YouTube? Danny Staten here on the Danny Dan blog. And I'm back with another comic book review. That's right. I'm checking out Darkman from 1990. My comic book's a number 2. I didn't get number 1. I've been looking for it, and I hadn't got number 3. It's part of a 3 comic book limited edition. So I'm going to take a chunk right out of Darkman's story. I'm going to tell you the middle. I've not got the beginning, and I've not got the end, but we'll see how good the Darkman comic book series are. And before I get started on that, I want to tell everybody to be sure to check out my friend Bigfoot, Michigan Rob's True Cryptid Encounters Book 2. Out now, it's going to make the perfect Christmas gift. I got True Cryptid Encounters Book 1 last year, and I loved it. I've just started Book 2. I'm about halfway through it, and the stories are chilling. It made for perfect Halloween reading. So be sure to check out True Cryptid Encounters Book 1 and Book 2 by Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. Yeah, I'm kind of excited that Halloween's over and the horror movies have been put to bed. And now I'm about to do some really, really cool, what we call the good stuff. That's right. I'm about to get back into doing all the classic comic books based on TVs and movies through the years. And since it's not quite Thanksgiving yet, let's try a darker comic book or two, and that's why I picked out Darkman. I can't wait to check out Darkman. Does anybody actually remember this movie?
Somewhere in the city, a brilliant scientist is on the verge of an amazing discovery.
The cells, they're holding. They're stable. Finally, we can replace damaged skin tissue.
Then,
no foolish heroics, if you please.
Eek.
They destroyed everything he had. All that he loved. Everything that he was. Now, crime has a new enemy, and justice has a brand new face.
I was afraid that you wouldn't want me anymore.
Of course I still want you.
The good news is that I know who's behind our little troubles of late. Finish it. Look about you. It's all mine.
He has the power to look like any man.
They're still both sons of witches.
But he is unlike any man.
I gotta tell you something about me. He's a cockroach. You think you're killing him? And he pops up someplace else.
In the darkest hour,
Julie, who's the real monster here?
there's a light that shines on every human being. But one. From director Sam Raimi. Darkman.
So now do you remember Darkman? So I guess I'd better get started. I've wasted enough time reminiscing and going down memory lane. It's a Marvel comic based on a Universal movie starring Liam Neeson from 1990. It's Darkman. Let's check it out. Inside the front cover, we get a commercial for a Mission Impossible video game. The video game, it was impossible to win. And as we start out to tell Darkman, I don't know how the story's going to go in here, and I really don't know what's about to happen up in this comic book, but I will say the art looks pretty good for a starting page, right? So we pick up the action about 1/3 of the way into the movie where Darkman has discovered that the guy bopping his wife was one of the bad guys. He don't look happy. Well, somebody ought to go watch the movie before you watch me review the comic book. It's Darkman's on the case. Darkman's doing a little hiding up in the man's room. Old dude wakes up, and guess what? Darkman put the snatch on him. And when you get snatched, well, I guess that's time to break out some commercials. Because you get a commercial for whatever in the blue heck this is with Wrath Black Black Manta, whatever. More video games, oh my God. And then you get the incredible tale of how Christopher Columbus discovered Honey Nut Cheerios. What? Well, that was a historical inaccuracy. Hey, check this out. Darkman puts the snatch on Bad Boyfriend. He's throwing Bad Boyfriend around like a rag doll. He's putting the intimidation factor down on Bad Boyfriend. And Bad Boyfriend screams as the panels go dark. Then Darkman's in there all perving on his ex, but he manages to break away before she wakes up. She don't know what's going on. Darkman's out gathering up supplies so he can work on his magic machine that creates new skin. Yeah, I searched for issue 1 of this comic and could not find it. I've been putting it off for a couple of years. I was trying to wait till I had 1 and 2, but apparently number 1 of this comic book is incredibly hard to find. Hey, Darkman's using pictures to compute up how to make a rubber face, just like in the movie. And of course, then, because it's Marvel, we're going to get a commercial for Captain Planet and the stupidest looking superhero in history. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog, we get science. We get the incredible science of how to manufacture latex mask. That's right, latex mask to cover up your burns. The only problem is after about 90 minutes, After about 90 minutes, they bust into flame and give you more scars. Oh, that ain't working too good. But Darkman manages to solve the scientific enigma and create latex skin. Yeah, he's going to use that there machine he made to make him some skin so he can look like this guy. That's right, he's going to be able to infiltrate the bad guy's criminal organization as he's made fake skin, and now he has become Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Is that Bigfoot Michigan Rob? Sorry, Rob, you made the comic book. So Darkman dressed up like Rob. He go in, he steals a bunch of money. He does all kind of horrible stuff. When the real Rob wake up going, what happened? Where have I been? To knocks on his. The real Rob is astonished that he's been asleep for 24 hours. Why, Darkman been out stealing, robbing, and doing horrible stuff and planting evidence in his room. And oh my God, they beat up Bigfoot Michigan Rob and the bad guys. Chuck Rob out a window. Rob hits the cement and goes splot. As Darkman, dressed like Rob, slips away, his skin begins to melt and burn and slowly turn back into the man he was before. And then we get, what in the blue heck is this? You get, what the, bonks. You get like Tarzan Charlie Brown on steroids running around doing some stupid stuff. I'm surprised this guy ain't gonna buy him a Hostess cupcake Twinkie or something. I don't know what the heck this is. I've never even heard of this crap. Yeah, Bad Boyfriend's all trying to find out what's going on with the chick. Darkman's girl's being seduced by the bad guy. Darkman's watching from across the street in the window. I don't know why Darkman didn't chuck that guy off a building too. Science! This book's full of sciences. As Darkman go back to the lab, working on his invention. He's trying to create skin that'll last more than 90 minutes. Good luck on that one, Darkman, insano dude. And we finally get a commercial for something I actually ordered. That's right, I did. I took advantage of 5 books for $1 because I like to read. I think I got all my Stephen King books from this little club right here, buddy. And on that commercial note, let me take a few seconds out to say my shout-out. Number 1, the king of shout-outs, my friend Thrash Pondo Ponds. That's right. You can find Ponds here on YouTube. You can see us about every other Sunday on our show on his channel and my flock Sarah's channel. Be sure to catch our show where we talk about movies. You can see him on The Unapologetic Geek most Sundays, too. Be sure to check out that. And I want to give a special shout-out to my friend Dave Sunstorm, the Good Stuff guy, and his brother Steven Sunstorm. You know, the Good Stuff brothers. Hey, Dave, I'm getting back to the good stuff. You may actually start watching my channel again. And a special shout-out to my friend Pat McCormick. Thanks for watching. He always watches my videos, and you'll see his comments on a lot of them. Unlike some people. And let me roll down the list as I give special shout-outs to Big Guys 45s. My friend Corey at Corey's Comedy Channel. Be sure to check out Corey. He's almost funny. My flock is everywhere, Sarah. You know I love that girl. And the Nostalgic Pod Blast with my friend Chance, checking out the old comic books and the really cool retro stuff. Hey, he's also got that really cool big monsters from the 60s and 70s show going on over there. It's like Godzilla on steroids. You should check that out. Retro Nerd Girl, Brainbender Banters, Chrissy, love that girl too. AAP, Homestead, AAP, for life. My friend the Unapologetic Geek, who may actually invite me to be on his show one of these days, as he's had everybody else in the universe on but me, Harold the Hatter, and sorry to hear about your retirement there, Harold. We will miss you. Gypsy Road, where are you at? We miss you, Eric. And like once says, shouted out earlier, be sure to check out Bigfoot Michigan Rob, as he made a special appearance in my comic book today. And now we're going to see Darkman go on his little pervy side. Because Darkman going to create the face of the boyfriend. That's right, his girl's boyfriend. He's going to create the face of the boyfriend. He's going to go over to his girlfriend dressed like the boyfriend at the bleeping cemetery by the grave where he's supposed to be buried. And while he's crying over his grave, he's going to get a hug. And as he gets a hug, his face begin to melt away, melt away, melt away. He got to get that fixed. And like the panicky little bitch that he is, he turns and runs away so the girl won't see his face fade. And she stands there wondering what the heck's wrong with dude. Meanwhile, this guy, we have no clue who this guy is. And while we get this one scene of this crappy little DNA scientist, I had to actually read to see who this guy was. Oh my God, I forgot. Anyways, a DNA scientist doing tests on little specimen parts of human bodies, trying to figure out who's left when Darkman takes them out. And now we get to what was one of the best parts of the movie, but I don't know if that's going to be one of the best parts of the old comic book or not. I really don't. Anyway, girlfriend and boyfriend's having a chat at the cafe, and she's like, "Why'd you run off?" And he's like, "I wasn't even there, babe." And then they're like all confused. Suddenly, Darkman, wearing the Durant mask he had made, shows up at the bank. He robbing everybody. He's taking cash. He's opening the safety deposit boxes and looks up at the camera and says, "My name is Robert G. Durant," as he's gonna pin this on the bad guy. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog, you got to admire Darkman's plan. He's getting it done, right? So then security put the snag on the real Durant. That kind of screwed things up. Real Durant's like, "I'm not him." And they're discussing the he can wear people's faces thing, you know. Hey, he can be anybody, but you got to know I'm the one with the cigar cutter. And he takes out his little cigar cutter and he sniffs the end off a cigar and says, "Your finger's going to be next," because that's what Durant does. He snips off fingers. That's how they was doing them little DNA tests on them thumbs earlier to figure out who Durant is killed, because sometimes all you can find is the thumb. Anyway, Durant gets released. He heads out to the building. But as he's heading in, he sees fake Durant coming out carrying a briefcase. Security freaks out. Everybody freaks out. There's two Durants, just like that famous scene in the Darkman movie, which is about the only thing that's been pretty close to the Darkman movie I've seen so far, right? No, I'll be honest. It's followed the story pretty much, but not exactly everything, I don't think. And as we wind down the Darkman comic book, we get some Game Boy action. And of course, this has been one like video game slinging, commercial bound Marvel extravaganza. You could play football. No, you could get some really cool football cards, I guess. I don't like sports too much. And as Durant and Darkman, the fake Durant, fight it out on the streets, fight it out in the Hong Kong market area. Darkman's still trying to make a break for it as he knocks the real Durant to the ground and runs, jerking off his face, his fake Durant mask, and throwing it to the ground as he disappears down an alley. The real Durant walks up and finds the fake Durant mask and says, "This has to end. We must hunt down the Darkman. We must find out where he is." And to be continued in the next comic book. There you go. And that's part 2, right? And then you could have ordered a lot of really cool comic books. All of them probably better than this one. That's the way I feel, Arnold. Hey, guess what? Another freaking video game commercial. Did you know Total Recall had a video game from Acclaim? I didn't. I never played the Total Recall video game. It's probably better than the movie. And they wasted the back cover with another stupid video game thing. What is up? Did video games just pay for all these comic books in 1990? And that's my look at Darkman #2 from 1990, based on the movie with Liam Neeson. Hey, let me know in the comments below if you like Darkman. Let me know how crappy it was of me to do #2. Didn't do the beginning of #1, and I didn't give you the ending in #3. I gave you the middle with #2. You know, if I ever find part 1, I'm going to come back and do part 1 and recap part 2, just to make it up to you guys. But I'm trying to do really cool, good stuff between now and February or March. And I'm going to do everything I can based on really cool TV shows and movies from here on out, probably. So be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring that stupid little bell. And until next time, blog over.